Hello, welcome back to the channel. So I've come over to Ollie's again. It's probably been a month since we've been over to his cottage garden. Now, I've probably caught him at a bad time, but he's got a Hebe here. It's been here since he got here. But we've never actually put any effort into finding out what this is. So
no, it's coming up with Hebe Andersonii. So obviously we know it's a Hebe and it's covered in bees.
it's absolutely stunning, isn't it?
So yeah, it's in full flower at the moment, which is really complementing the back shady border of the garden. So you'll get complementing the ivy, yeah, which is literally.
It does look great though, doesn't it?
It does, yeah, and it does make it pop, and it's a lovely hedge, isn't it?
So will that flower throughout the summer, or will that just...
That will go. I think last year it went to sort of August. It must have been August, September time, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and the bees absolutely love it. You can hear it. You can hear it humming. Don't know if it's picking up on the camera, but yeah, they absolutely love it. So yeah, we've really come back to just check in because we haven't really done the tour for, what is it, probably a month and a half, 2 months now of this garden.
Yeah.
So just checking in, going to give it a 10-15 minute tour of what we've been up to and how the garden's coming along really. So the acers now, all 9 acers, large acers, are now in full leaf and are looking absolutely fantastic. This is one that we inherited from my nan recently, and I put it in this place because it gives the wildlife pond the shade, or the dapple shade, that I think really helps with A, the look of it, but B, the kind of little ecosystem that it's got there.
Yeah, and stopping the algae as
well. Yeah, well, in theory.
Stopping it going green. Although
I have removed quite a bit of it, so I've removed sort of half twice,
and
it's come back again. So I'm just continuously doing that at the moment.
But skip over to this one while the sun's on it.
Yeah, the acers are really looking great now. This is they've had their first flourish and they're in the best colour they're going to be in terms of
fresh leaf is always the best.
Fresh leaf, yeah.
Before the wind.
I mean, the autumn looks fantastic as well, but you only get that for a couple of weeks, don't you? When they start to tinge
and then they drop
and
off.
go red, yeah.
But these are inherited, as we said in the other podcasts, and the only bad thing about that is it is harder to find a plant identification, isn't it? And the name of it
than when you're buying it from a garden centre
But these, like we say, these plant apps are really good. A lot of the time they're really good. But
yeah, they don't always give you the exact name, do they? But yeah, I'll show you some more aces in a minute. The Tetrapanax that you gave me last year is looking really good. We've had one obviously bitten away, but
that's part and parcel of having a Tetrapanax.
That's
it's nearly the size of your hand.
Yeah, it's getting there, and I've got massive hands, as you know. So they're like Adam Frost.
They're not a metre wide.
But we've got some fresh leaves on there. There's more coming as well, which is good. So it's taken well, which is the main.
It's the first year it's been in, so you wouldn't expect it to do much this year anyway. But
no,
next year's its year, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it'll be bigger than yours next year.
Unlikely.
So
I actually, and this is a sad story, there was a blackbird that had found a nest in my Tetrapanax, and it had dropped an egg out of the nest. I'll try and get a photo of the dropped egg. But there were obviously more eggs in there because you could see the bird sat in there. And if anyone's watching news recently, they'll know this week that the UK's had bad storms, especially us in the southeast.
Yeah.
Dover had biblical rain, didn't
it was literally second headline on Radio 2 News the other day. The floods in Dover was crazy. It was
savage. But I checked the nest today, and it's been absolutely smashed to pieces. So the bird's gone, and the nest is just in pieces, which is a shame. But yeah, that's my Tetrapanax story.
If you want to come back down this way, I'll just show you a couple more of the aces. The Acanthus mollis is now in almost full flower. Not quite yet, probably another week, I would say. There's quite a few more buds to come through, but as you can see there, you get the white underneath and the purple tones throughout the flower.
This is one we both love.
Yeah, absolutely love it.
Jungle and Cottage.
It's a real sort of, when it's in flower, it's a real sort of show-stopping plant. When people walk by and go, "God, what's that? Can I have a clump of that?" and things like that.
You just stand next to it and smile so we can see the size of it. There you go. That might be the thumbnail.
But it looks really, really good, and it gives it that element of tropical.
Is that what you're going for?
No, I've always said no. I've always said the garden's big enough to have a little bit of both towards the back end of the garden. So, and obviously in the shady section, hello Ted, the shady border, it's done fantastically. But as you can see in the hot border, this is one that I took as a clump a couple of years ago and moved over to this side.
That almost looks better.
It's only in the 3rd year.
Look at the leaf on it.
Yeah. The only thing I would say is that this has required a fair bit of water in to make sure it looks as good as the one on the shady side. So obviously,
do you think it'd be okay now it's rooted and it's settled, or do you think it's going to need constant?
I think it needs a constant water.
It's just a needy plant.
Yeah, it's a needy plant unless you get it in that shady border. You bought a white one, didn't you? A white one from the garden shop.
Yeah, white water when we went to Detlin.
Yeah.
I planted that out. That was in one of the videos I did last week, actually. That's settled in really nicely. The leaves are perked up and it's
Does
throwing
that
out new
flower
growth.
like this as well?
It's similar, but it's an almost white
Oh, right.
flower as well.
Yeah,
but it's
really
a
nice,
similar
isn't
sort
it?
of thing. But yeah, I'm really excited to see how that one.
I'll come back to this border in a
Bulks
minute
up.
because I'm really proud of that one. We'll
All right,
end
we'll
on
leave
that
this.
border. So we come down the shady side still. What have we got down there? We've got a little geranium, which is not from me. That's in a couple of places actually, which has come from nowhere. I might have had that from Nan a couple of years ago. I really can't remember.
So you're now similar to me. You're at the ground cover stage, aren't you? Where you've got your
Yeah.
you've got your slight height, you've got your aces in and things like that. You've obviously got your canopy from next door and
Yeah.
up the shady border, as you can see here. You've got the oak, various pines.
Yeah. I'm really lucky with the natural border. We've said that loads, haven't we?
Yeah,
but the
similar
actual
to me.
borders, the borders themselves are getting to the point where I'm fairly happy with them now in terms of the planting and what's in there, without it becoming too packed. Look, there's that little oak tree there. Look, you see. How cool is that?
Is that self-seeded?
Yeah, self-seeded, yeah, from last year.
Awesome. Are you going to leave it or are you going to move it?
No, I'm going to leave it for another year and then maybe pot it up next year. The one at the back of the garden's only 35 years old.
I thought that was a fishbone cactus when I saw it, but it's not. It's just a fern.
This is a fern, which is going to be huge. So again, I reckon give it maybe 2-3 weeks, and this is going to be. It is a huge fern, but I cut it right back at the beginning of the year. So I'm hoping it comes back as big as it was.
Was that
before.
another one of those rescue ferns?
Yes. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So I'm really hoping that's gonna give this border something really different.
Yeah, like I say, we've both got a few bare patches in the garden, haven't we, that we need to concentrate on. But I think this is our year for. Maybe we should have just had a YouTube break this year, a gap year.
The gap yard.
And, done some ground cover ready for next year. But
I've put some more. I took a clump of my Archangel mint from the other side, which has taken, and you can see there.
It's already running. Isn't it?
It's already running. There's another little bit of fresh mint. Yeah, but I mean, as long as you manage it, it's the same with all ground cover. As long as you manage it, there's mint here as well. Yeah, I'll sniff that.
Beautiful.
Strong, isn't it?
Quite strong.
Rory always puts that in his potions and says, "Smell that? That is beautiful, isn't it?" Like, yeah.
Rory's your son, by the way, isn't he?
Yes, yeah.
We haven't got an on-site wizard.
No. Right, so this is the
Envy.
Fatsia spider's web that I got from the garden show when we went up to do the podcast at the garden show.
This camera's not picking. It may do if I get closer.
It's a beautiful plant.
Yeah, and we've discussed in other podcasts as well the difference and variation in Fatsia spiderweb, haven't we?
Yeah.
But this is one of the best ones I've seen.
Yeah, I mean it's really taken well as well. You can see there's fresh leaf coming through there. See the little one there?
Yeah.
I think there's about 6 or 7 new leaves on there in the last 4 or 5 weeks. So,
how are your Michaelmas daisies doing?
Not great, not great. And there's one over the other side. If you want to pop over here, this is really disappointing. It's actually the 3rd or 4th time.
Oh my god!
I've had it. The sedum's taking the mickey out of it because look behind you at the sedum.
That's awful.
That's done really well, but this is ready to just be pulled out. To be honest, look. I'm just going to cut it right back and see if it.
See if it flushes.
I don't know if something's eating it underneath or. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe if it's just gone in, maybe take it out, check the soil and the roots, and if there's nothing on there,
yeah,
give it.
Look at my sedum, which I never thought I would bother buying. I'm actually really pleased. Look, that's taken really well, and it gives it something different.
Next year, that would have.
It's starting to spread across, which is cool. The Ensete there. This is part of the hot border here.
It's starting to bulk up now, isn't it?
Yeah.
We've got a really hot week ahead of us now, haven't we?
Again, it's had plenty of water, especially the other night with that big storm. But I have had to really kind of be selective of what I'm watering because I know we've been almost in drought at points, haven't we?
You've had more drought than rain, haven't we, this year?
Yeah.
I've noticed you've put your cosmos out, and these are all seed grown from this year, aren't they?
These are all seed grown, yeah. Pretty much all my cosmos are planted out now. So this one's about to come into flower. That's a couple of weeks behind the ones.
Is this the Cupcakes White version?
Yeah, this is the Cupcakes White. I'll show you why.
Can we see the difference? So this is from the same packet?
Yep,
so
but 2 weeks difference.
So there's that flower there. Can we go up to the one that actually looks like the packet?
Looks like a cupcake, yeah. That's probably the closest you'll get to it. So that is why it's called Cupcake White, I think.
Can you turn it on its side?
Like the cupcake cases, isn't it?
Yeah, so you can see the difference in the type of flower.
And that's the biggest flower we've had so far. But this has got buds. I mean, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's got 10, 12 buds on that one. And again, yeah, that's a really tall one, that. It's a summer bushy, summer tall. It really depends kind of what size pot you're putting them in at the beginning. And
Seed grown dahlias this year?
Seed grown dahlias for the first time ever. Now,
Wow.
they are really delicate, but really beautiful. And this one here's got, that's going to have a couple of flowers on there as well. That's already flowered once.
So I think we've both had a success with seeds this year, haven't we?
Got the Ollie and Millennium here.
Acknowledge what I've just said.
Sorry. So
We've
again,
both-
have you done well on your... Oh, sorry.
We both have.
Something
We've
about,
both done
something
well.
about seeds?
Is that water bath? What Mum used to bath you in?
This is the water buff. No, no, no. That's over there. I'll show you in a minute.
Okay.
This is the Alien Millennium. If you can get up close to there, you can just about see this, a purple flower head when that comes out. That is probably a week or two away from flowering. And as you can see, that's last year's growth there. So it's done. The rose, unfortunately, is done and dusted now, but it was beautiful. It will come back. I will get more.
Just keep dead heading.
More flowers on that.
Oh look, there's a
End of the
dragonfly.
year.
I wonder if I can pick up on it.
What's that? The cupcake?
Dragonfly.
Oh, dragonfly. That'll be from the new wildlife pond. You see the lavender there as well?
Bear with me. I've lost it. Oh, there it is.
We've had a few of those in there. We had a red one the other day as well. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Bless you. Right, the lavenders. See, this is the problem with a cottage garden. Just reeks of hay fever.
Yeah.
And you can't enjoy it because
you're
sneezing.
you're literally putting your face into my long grass, which probably won't help your hay fever. However, I will because I don't suffer with hay fever.
Clearly not.
Look at this. Look at this long grass. This is my absolute pride and joy this year. I know it sounds stupid because you're just letting grass grow, but
It does look cool.
look at the impact that has.
The camera's not picking up.
Is it picking up
No,
now?
it's picking it up, but it's not.
Can you see how tall it is against me? Look.
Yeah.
That's like
stay there, and I'll try and zoom in some of the seed heads.
That's like 4 foot tall.
Yeah,
and this is third year growth. So I've allowed this to do its own thing for 3 years, not cut it back whatsoever. So some people say cut it back every year, and others say just let it do its own thing for a few years. Now this is third year growth, and I think it looks spectacular, and I think it's an amazing backdrop as well to what is now my pride and joy border, with the foxglove.
I love this as well. And we mentioned this quite a bit as well. Unmowed lawn.
Yeah, I leave patches of it all the time. And if you do get daisies and stuff growing around it, buttercups, things like that, it's all good for the insects and the wildlife, isn't it? Yeah, and it looks great as well.
Right, so your new additions.
So my new additions.
It was your birthday, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was my birthday the other day.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. So this is only £12, this, which is the Foxglove Arctic Fox Rose variety.
I think you're right.
And it's got loads of stems on it, more coming, watered well, dug a nice deep hole for
Makes
it.
a change.
Bucked and mulched it. So I'm
sets
hoping
off that oxalis and that geranium.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
They do like part shade, part sun, and it's in full sun.
So it won't last the summer.
But it's doing fine so far, and there is fresh growth on there, so I'm hoping it's going to be okay. It gets to about 11 o'clock before it gets any sun. So yeah, but with the bay tree there, the wild geranium, the acanthus mollis, the new foxglove against my £1 purchase from the boot fair last year, the long grass, this has now become, the ensete there, so we're heading into little bit tropical towards the back of the garden, like I said.
Are they seed grown sunflowers?
These are seed grown sunflowers, yeah. So I'll put them in there to see what...
Did you do those with the kids?
Yeah, done them with the kids, and I've moved them into the tropical border.
You're saying tropical a lot.
Because
Are you sure
this,
you're not on the
as
change?
you can see, literally it's the perfect time of day to show you that this is the last bit of sun before it goes right round.
Well, let me just zip round.
Yeah.
Don't be sick. But the sun is behind, it's up there behind that.
Yeah, and it comes right round.
Elder.
So obviously we're at the longest days now, aren't we, of the year? And when it comes round, we get sun in the garden until about 8:30 at night, 9 at night. So we're really lucky in that respect. But this is in the back of the garden, the last bit of sun it gets, and it pretty much gives the opportunity for sunflowers to do well, and they have grown since being in. So hopefully it gives that little tropical border something a bit different.
You've got a little bit of work to do on it, but I think judging by, this phone's really picking it up nicely with the digitalis and the acanthus and the geranium. I think if you crack that corner there, i.e.
I'm moving
here,
this border along,
and if you can fill this area here where I'm pointing,
yeah,
that will really, really start to look nice.
And the ensete is going to get bigger this year, isn't it? And
I think what the back of that border needs is a Verbena bonariensis.
I've got 10 coming tomorrow.
Have you?
I've got little plug plant, they're 10-inch plug plants.
Yeah.
£1 each, 10 of them. So they will be
size up.
They will be sizing up this year.
And maybe chuck them in with maybe some Rebecca or something. Just
I've got Rebecca in seed. So they're growing. They're about that
So
tall
we're talking
now,
another year or two before that's
yeah,
done then, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I reckon this. I mean, if you'd have said to me this board would be looking this good now, this time last year, I'd have bitten your hand off. I'm really, really happy with how that's coming along.
Just that shot that Tetrapanics will start peeking through as well.
Yeah.
It's a shame it's not bigger because that would have dominated that whole discussion.
Yeah, yeah. And that Buddleia, our neighbour's Buddleia, has got to come out yet as well. So,
yeah, there's a lot to come, isn't there?
There's still a lot to come. We're only middle of June, aren't we? But yeah, really happy with that. Where were we? Spider's Web, weren't we? We've done the Spider's Web.
Should we go back to the Spider's Web?
Yeah, there's a few more Cosmos in there. Again, this is the shady side, but as you can see, some of the Cosmos are starting to come into flower even on that shady side. So
well, we discussed this again in other podcasts where, you know, things that typically do grow in sun,
yeah,
can do dapple shade. You tend to have a leggier plant, don't you?
Yeah.
It takes on a different form, and you do get a delayed flowering period, which, you know, it can work in your or to your advantage.
And again, it's like we also trial and error, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, these ones are 2 weeks behind anyway, these Cosmos. So we'll just see how it goes. And they do get sun in the morning, and yeah, it's trial and error.
A lot of love.
Trial and error, huh?
A lot of love.
Yeah. This is the hosta. Mum got me this hosta for 50p.
Yeah, it looks like it was 50p.
No, look. So I've rescued it, and this
nice,
time next year,
nice,
Rodney,
yeah, this time next year, it'll be a nice dinner for a slug, wouldn't it? Keep going with it though. Persevere. Creeping Jenny doing its thing. I've got a bit of that up in the jungle this year.
Yeah, Creeping Jenny's.
Mine's
really
not flowered.
Mine's
in pretty much full shade, so it'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, a bit of Veronica behind there, which that's from the first year I was in here. That Veronica.
That's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, and again, it has that woodland feel. I know it's got colour now, but it does have that
similar
woodland
flower. I mean,
sort of foliage.
Looks like an echium, doesn't it? Some sort of flower shape. Obviously 20 times smaller.
I see asparagus fern there that I've had out now for 4 weeks. You're not meant to have them outside at all, they're meant to be a house plant, but that's been out for 4 weeks. And that's the backdrop to my lovely fern that I got last year from Gardeners World Live, which is stunning. Definitely my favourite fern of all time.
It definitely pays to buy bigger plants, doesn't it, rather than the plugs.
Yeah, I was a bit worried about this one, but it has. I chopped it right back.
They take a couple of 3 years, ferns. They are a slow grower, but you know, pay the money and persevere, and they will reward you.
Yeah,
as you can see.
And again, you can see the bark everywhere around the garden. So the bark, the mulch underneath, and the bark on top has really doing its job this year, keeping that moisture in, and also giving it that aesthetic sort of. The look around the garden looks like a woodland now. So yeah, it's really starting to come along. The Fatsia now.
Plans wise, what are you going to add? Have you got any more?
Yeah, the verbena. So the verbena, I need height, and I was speaking to my wife a couple of days ago about that. So the verbena's coming in the next couple of days, but that's going to take a few weeks to give us that height. The height in the hot border over here, again, the back of the colour of the fence will pick up the verbena really nicely, and it just gives it that depth of border, doesn't it, with the height.
We discussed some clematis or something, didn't we? Or a rambling rose, you said as well, just to hide those fences, or at least if you put something in a border at the back, you've still got that fence covered with something a little bit more colourful.
That's not ivy.
It's not ivy.
It's just going to destroy the fence.
Very nice honeysuckle. Mine did really well this year, didn't they?
Yeah. The salix there. I got that salix from the garden show as well.
Surviving so far.
Just about surviving. Yeah. The canna. If you want to come over here and I'll show you the canna that came back. We were a bit worried about that, weren't we? I mean, the slugs have done their very, very best to absolutely destroy it, but it's winning.
Yeah. Once they get going, they'll tower above the slugs.
So happy days with that.
What's this?
Yeah, I don't know what that is. You tell me.
Did you put that in, or was that just?
Yeah, I put it in. Yeah, it's the second time it's flowered already this year.
I wish I could help you, but I don't do cottage.
I'll tell you what, I'll have a look at it now. See
you got a plant ident. You got the hibiscus just coming into bud as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
That's an absolute monster.
It's quite late flowering, that hibiscus. Try and find out what this is.
Hurry up, so we're going to lose viewers.
Saying it's Linaria.
Right, can we show while Ollie's messing around?
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Can't get up here. This is my station that you're not meant to see, but everyone's got a section of garden like this, I guess.
I haven't.
Oh.
I have.
Yeah, you have. You got about 5 of them. That's my potting station, which...
These are Ollie's water plants.
Yeah. That's from the storm the other day. Look at that.
I don't know if the camera will pick it up. Yeah, must have.
Pick that up, didn't it? Well,
Are they water
as it
cosmos?
happens, yeah, these are water cosmos for the pond.
Are you selling those
I'm
online yet?
just hardening them off for the pond. Another sunflower there. We've got some little oxalis
Yeah,
from
nice.
bulb, from tiny little bulbs, flower summer in. There's Rebecca, which is
Not so
starting
nice.
to come along.
They're getting there, aren't they?
Yeah, they're getting there. There's another dahlia there.
That's a tomato.
That is a tomato, isn't it? Why has someone put a tomato in my... Clearly says dahlia.
Never mind. It's great as a dahlia.
Always look at the flower before you check the...
Or leaf.
Yeah. These are tomatoes. My dahlias are doing really well.
More dahlias there?
These are tomatoes, yeah. And these are from my neighbour next door.
Shouldn't your sweet peas be in flower by now?
No, not yet. These are late seeds, so I put these.
Oh, okay.
I seeded these quite late. Normally, put them in January, chuck them in your windowsill, and let them do their own thing from then, and then obviously get them out when they're ready to harden off. But these are very late seeding, but they are growing rapidly now, so they will flower in the next few weeks. Yeah, more cosmos there. I love these little woodlands. I made this myself a few years ago, and it's still going strong. So yeah, but yeah, all in all. If anyone wants any pots, let me know. It's got about 3 million of them. But yeah, all in all, I'm really, really happy.
You could sell them with your water cosmos.
I could put them on Marketplace, FEB. But yeah, all in all, genuinely really happy with how the garden's coming along, to be honest. And we'll keep updating you through the summer months. We still need to do the shack. We've got to get that shack built at some point this year, which is going to give it another great element to the garden.
So we'll do another month or so here.
I'd say so.
And then we'll pop over to mine maybe this week because I've got the week off.
We've got to do a video at yours.
Yeah.
You've got a lot going on, a lot that's changed as well.
A lot's been added.
Yeah. So we'll do that this week. And also what we've got to do,
the
death lily as well. So we've got a couple of really cool videos coming up in the next week or so. We've taken some time out because of personal family reasons over the last couple of months, but we're back, we're solid, we're getting on with it now. The podcast will be going on as well. So wherever you listen to your podcasts, head over there and subscribe, and do please listen to it as well. It really does help. But I think for now, we're done, aren't we?
I think so.
So thanks for joining us, and have a great week with the weather like it is. We'll catch you again soon, guys. See ya.
See ya.